Hello folks, it's an orange juice kind of evening. Now, Ian Clark mentioned on his latest video that someone had suggested he run through his La La Land Records collection. So I'm expecting him to do that, so I thought we'd compare and contrast. I've got a few. I suspect there's going to be quite a bit of overlap. There's definitely some items that I've got that I'm sure he's got as well, but there's probably some that he's got that I haven't, and vice versa. So let's have a look. First in my list, I'm going through them alphabetically, why not, is the Addams Family. I did have the original version of that. That's expansion. It's still one disc, but it's a lot longer than the original. I absolutely love the two Addams Family scores by Mark Shaman. They're marvellous. Then we have the start of some Goldsmith. We've got Archer, which is paired with Warning Shot. That's why that's at the front. And Bandolero with that wonderful, wonderful main theme. We have a glorious piece of Danny Elfman, Black Beauty. The unnecessary sequel to Basic Instinct, in which John Murphy did his very best. There's obviously bits of Goldsmith in that. There's also the enormously well-known movie The Challenge, another Goldsmith score. Can't go wrong with Basil Poliduris, so there's Cherry 2000, which is also paired with No Man's Land. And John Morris Clue. It's a great fun bit of film, that. Then what do we got? We've got Trevor Jones's Dark Crystal. Now there are expanded versions of that available, but I think they might be bootlegs. This one isn't, but it has only got the original 13 tracks from the original released on it. There is of course the beautiful, beautiful expanded release of E.T. 2 discs, Jim Titus artwork, all the great stuff. There's some Tionkin, Fall of the Roman Empire. It's, as so many of these are, a limited edition. There's 2,500 copies of that. There's 1,200 copies of Flesh and Blood by Basil Poliduris. There's some Harry Manfredini. Well, if there's Harry Manfredini, what do you think it is? It's Friday the 13th. Here's the last chapter, final chapter, and a new beginning, which proves that it wasn't the final chapter after all. And then part 6, Jason Lives. Galaxy Quest, great fun Star Trek spoof, taking the mickey out of conventions, and it's great roles for Alan Rickman and Sigourney Weaver, and yeah. The expanded version of David Arnold's Godzilla, which you also can't go wrong with. I've got one of the Goldsmith at 20th sets, which was Tora 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 and Ace Eli Rush for the Skies. A couple of haunted things, some Haunted Honeymoon, more, oops, that's upside down, more John Morris, perhaps not his best, but And Christopher Young moving outside of the horror or the pure horror genre for Haunted Summer. Some very nice stuff on there. Horror, yes. Richard Band, House on Sorority Row. And this is actually very nice indeed. Nathan Barr's house with clock in its walls. I think this was an Eric Woods suggestion. How much did I manage to pick this up for? Not too much, I think. Yeah, 18 quid for the triple disc Human Target by Ben McCreary, TV series. Then we have Henry Jackman, The Interview, and This Is the End. We have Lawrence Rosenthal's Island of Dr. Moreau. Jake Nitch, The Jewel of the Nile. Nice John Debney, Jobs. Not Steve Jobs, just Jobs. Jackman and Margeson, Kingsman Secret Service. James Horner Krull. That's fabulous. Another Eric Woods recommendation, I think, is Lair, which is John Debney again, and Kevin Casco, who is somebody that Eric Woods advocates for a lot. Much missed Michael Kamen, Last Boy Scout. Another Goldsmith is Link. Quite Gremlins-esque in its music there. Possibly one of the newest releases here is Pinar Toprak's The Lost City. That's good fun. Miracle on 34th Street, and that includes both the Bruce Broughton remake and the Cyril Mockledge original, and Come to the Stable, which is another Cyril Mockledge. So it's 3 scores on a double disc, that one. Here's one I bet the rest of you haven't got, is Ian Ballamy's Mirror Mask. Quite an unusual one, that one. A couple of Mission Impossibles. You've got Joe Kramer's Rogue Nation and Lorne Balfe's Fallout. Stephen Warbeck and Shirley Walker's Mystery Men. I did also have the original album for that, which is mostly songs, but I think it's got a Mother's Bell track on it as well. Not Without My Daughter, or Nicht ohne meine Tochter, as it's called on many of the releases that are available. Goldsmith, obviously. 2 series of The Orville. Yeah, Debney, McNeely, Cotty, Broughton. Is there going to be a number 3 of that? Hope there is. Another science fiction compilation series, an anthology, Electric Dreams. That was a Channel 4 and Amazon Prime co-production. Great stuff. There's all sorts of people on there. Harry Gregson Williams, Bear McCreary, Cristobal Tapia de Villa, Oliver Arnolds, Mark Isham. Yeah, good stuff on that. Or Robert Falk, Police Academy. This is one of those things where the main theme, I heard the Police Academy theme many years before I heard Goldsmith's Pattern, and then when I heard Goldsmith's Pattern, it's like, oh, okay. What else we got? Shown you that before. Poseidon Adventure. You saw that in the John Williams selection. To go with Nietzsche's Jewel of the Nile, there's Alan Silvestri's Romancing the Stone. Quite an early Silvestri, that one. Christoph Komeda's Rosemary's Baby. I think I've got a spare copy of that if anybody's really interested. Jeff Zanelli, Scorpion King 4. I think again that might be an Eric Woods recommendation, because such a low budget sequel probably wouldn't attract your attention otherwise. Scrooged, I love that. That's a great Christmas film and a great Christmas score. Then there's Trevor Jones again, The Sender. What a weird cover that is. Howard Shore's Sliver. It was a long time coming, that. I've got the original album that's got all the songs on it, and the I think it was Enigma or Curly Cretu from Enigma. That's a good album as well. Put the two together, nice set. Cliff Martinez Solaris. Check out Edward Artemeyer's version music for the original, the Tarkovsky Solaris. Artemeyer's good. Mark Shaman's Speechless. I think I got that in a sale going cheap, so that's fair enough. Stagecoach, more Goldsmith loveliness. The expanded edition of Stargate. I had the original of that and loved it. This is David Arnold's breakout, really. The one that propelled him into the limelight, and quite right too. I mean, people that said at the time it was very kind of John Williams-y, and perhaps that's what Roland Emmerich asked him to do. I don't know, but it worked, and it was jolly good. More David Arnold, The Stepford Wives. This sounds very much like a precursor to the Good Omens TV series. It's got a lot of the same vibe to it, and none the worse for that. Expanded edition of Stripes. I had the original of that as well. I think that was on Varèse, was the original. Then we've got all that Superman stuff. We've got Superman 4, which is Williams and Alexander Courage, and we've got Superman 2 and 3, which is Ken Thorne starting off adapting Williams and then gradually getting a little bit more freedom. And then we've got the triple disc version, or is it triple disc? Yes, triple disc version of Superman the movie, the original one. Absolute glorious, one of the best scores ever. John Williams, Holmes. Another classic Goldsmith Western. He was great at Westerns. Take a Hard Ride. Michael J. Lewis, Theatre of Blood. Great tongue-in-cheek horror. That's got what apparently is Michael J. Lewis's signature on it. It looks like a heart monitor trace to me, but we have a classic Elmer Bernstein, True Grit. We have the late, much lamented Shirley Walker, Turbulence. Oh, we have Twister, Mark Mancina. I don't know what he's doing these days. Don't hear much from him these days. Elfman, The Unknown Known. Again, I picked that up in a sale. Didn't expect much from it, but it's really nice. Victor Frankenstein, Craig Armstrong. It's fair enough. More Shirley Walker, Willard. And going back, if The Lost City with Pinot Brac was very up to date, this is the opposite end of the chronological spectrum. This is Wings by J.F. Samechnik from the silent era. That, folks, just jammed it all into 15 minutes, is my La La Land collection. That's all from me. Stay fresh, cheese bags.